Hey guys, Lester, and welcome to a new Minecraft video here on the channel. Now, you guys already probably could tell by the title and thumbnail, but yes, bees have been added into vanilla Minecraft. I know, it's exciting, but first off, let's talk about this real quick, because I'm sure this has confused a lot of people, including myself when I first... There's one right there! But yeah, this has confused a lot of people since this was kind of just... At least on my end, it seemed abruptly announced that this just happened. For those that don't know, right as Minecraft 1.14.4 finished, they immediately started pushing out snapshots for 1.15. That's right, you heard me correctly. Minecraft 1.15 is closer than it's ever been before, and it's not going to take them probably 3 years this time around. So I know that was an exaggeration. It's more like a year each update. But anyway, so with this first big snapshot. Now, there's been snapshots before this, but this is the first major one. They have added in bees and a few other items into the world of Minecraft. So we're going to be going over that today. So if you guys are hyped and excited for some vanilla Minecraft new content, smash that like button. Let's try to go for 10 likes on this video just to see if we can hit it. And if we can, I will make sure to cover the next major snapshot added into Minecraft. Now, regrettably so, this is probably going to be the one of the last times for a while that I'm able to cover stuff news-wise in Minecraft fairly, like, as soon as it happens, because I think the snapshot just came out, like, yesterday. I could be wrong about that, though, because if you guys haven't been paying attention to my channel and whatnot, I'm basically heading back to college. Like, this is one of the last videos I'm able to not pre-record, or I'm not going to have to pre-record for stuff, so it's going to get complicated and whatnot, but that's not why you're here. You're here to know about bees. So let's get right into it. I'm going to bring up the patch notes just so I can read through every single thing in Minecraft. So let's get started. So first off, changes in, this is Snapshot number 13W34A. And I'll have a link to the snapshot page in the description so you guys can read along with you. The changes in this snapshot: added bees. Yeah. Added bee nests and hives. Apparently there's a difference. Added honeycomb. Added some dispenser functionality, and we'll go over that a little bit later, but that has to do with dispensers. Now they've changed a bit, and they changed the loot tables up as well, which I will also go over. But bees are the main interesting focal points. Let me find where the bees. Here's their hive. So we're just gonna watch the bees as I read over this. So bees. It says we're buzzing with excitement. There's a lot of bee puns also on this post. So if you don't want to be that into it, don't read the post. I'm sorry. Anyway, it says bees are cute, fuzzy, and natural mobs. So these things are just going to be throughout your world as you encounter them. It says don't hurt them; they don't want to hurt you. So again, a new passive mob. Now I think polar bears were the last, like, quote unquote panda bears. Yeah, those were in 1.14. So it hasn't been that long since we've had a new passive mob, but bees, of course, being the newest one. You guys can probably guess this is from the Mo Creatures guy. For, again, those that don't know, the guy that worked on the Mo Creatures mod works for Mojang itself now. So a lot of the new mobs being inputted are, like, at least the passive mobs are probably his design, since most of the creatures are almost direct. I don't use the word copy, but they're almost taken directly from his mod because it makes sense. It says, if a bee does sting you, it will leave its stinger in you, like how bees work in real life, and eventually die, dropping nothing. So, pretty sad. I don't want to hurt one of these guys. There's a stinger on his back there, but I will show it off. So, let's go into game mode. Actually, wait. First things first. Slash spawn point. Because my spawn point was in the ocean over there on those islands. So, if you guys want a seed with a ton of islands, like an archipelago, there you go. This is the mainland that I found. So, game mode, survival. I'm gonna hit him. Sting me. Oh, his eyes turn red when he oh my gosh, he actually, like, turns around and stings you. Alright, so he stung me. As you can see, I'm a little bit poisoned. I'm poisoned for a few seconds. His stinger is no longer in him, and his eyes are gonna remain red. Okay, so we're gonna see if this guy actually dies. As morbid as that sounds. Oh, there he goes. He actually died. Alright, that was sad. We might have to find a new bee because I think that was the only bee in this area. There might have been one over there. Okay, well, that's sad. Let's go find some more bees, because this is disheartening. Actually, wait, game rule, do daylight cycle false, because there are certain things they apparently do depending on the day and night. Okay, so here's another bee over here. Is this hive around? I'm not entirely sure, but we're just gonna watch it. Okay, so It says bees love pretty flowers and spend their lives gathering pollen from them. So what bees will actually do is pick a flower, and it actually says that in the post as well, and they'll kind of just sit next to it and pollinate it or whatever bees do. It says after gathering pollen, bees fly back to their home nest. So similar to how turtles work, there's actually set locations. Well, you can actually see the nest, unlike the turtle thing, but they actually have to keep going back to their location to function properly, similar to, like I said, the turtles work. It says bees can also help grow crops while carrying pollen back to the nest. So if bees fly over your crop field, that can occur, which is pretty neat. It says bees can be bred using flowers. So typical bee thing. So let me spawn another one and show you. So if I get this thing, right click you, make bee babies. There's a little bee baby. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, moving on. Wow, he grew up. Wait, is he already growing up, or does that just look... It might just be how he looks, because they look pretty interesting. Okay, bees like sharing the location of their flowers with other bees. So, essentially, if there's, like, a lost bee, maybe, and he's too far away, they can be like, hey, come to this flower, and they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. If a bee can't find nectar, after a while, it will return home. So, if there's no flowers in the area, it'll just be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna chill in my house. If a bee doesn't have a home nest, it will wander around until it finds one it can use. So essentially, right here, it doesn't seem like there's a nest. Let's actually grab... Let's actually grab a nest, because I think they are a little bit too far away now. Oh, what are these two doing over here? Oh, I guess they're trying to find a new nest. Okay, here, guys, I'll give you one. I'll give you one right there. There's a bee nest right here. Come back. Are they actually physically going back to their... Huh. It's actually interesting that he's kind of touching the water, because I don't think that's a thing. I really hope he doesn't get stuck in it. That'd be really awkward as well. Alright, so we're going to follow them as we're doing this. So, it says, bees don't like rain, and they sleep at night. They will go back to their nest in these cases. So if it starts to rain, or if it turns nighttime, they will wander back to their nest. Now, I don't know if rain will actually kill them, / weather rain. You know, this is about to be very morbid if they actually do die. Oh, no, he's doing the pollen, but... So they like this flower. But guys, you know it's raining, right? I'm going to put another nest down over here just in case. There. Okay, so he actually does have pollen on him, so you can actually see the pollen on the little bee right now. It's actually on his back as well, you can see it. So that means they actually will grow crops. I don't know if this is actually like pollinating the grass right here. I'm not able to tell too much. But it seems that when they have the pollen, it will help the crops grow more, which is really cool. Here, I'm going to make it back to clear because they don't seem to want to go back to their nest, or they're trying to. Because this is their nest over here. I don't know if he's actually trying to get to it or not. But we'll see. And, alright, so that's pretty much all it is for the bees themselves. Now let's talk about the nest / hives. It says, in real life, bees dance in their nests and show other bees where flowers are. So I'm guessing that's going to be the same case here. They're almost back to their nest. It says, bee nests spawn naturally in flower forests, plains, and sunflower plains. So any plain biome and flower forest, these things will exist in naturally. And yes, they do spawn in villages as well, if the village happens to be there. When a bee visits this block and completes its journey undisturbed, the level of the honey increases. So this is going to be similar to, I think, how the panda bears work with the level system. Actually, no, it's more or less how the crops work with the villagers, with the composter, I think, with the different levels. Yeah, undisturbed, so you can't bother the bees. I guess since I mated them, that counts as disturbing them. It says the max level is 5 of the honey. It says once it gets to level 5, it says it's quite, quote, sticky. So, honey being sticky, I guess that's what they're referring to. It says bees use nests and hives to share flower locations with other bees. So, essentially, the hive is the most important thing. Where'd they go? They must have went in, I guess. I didn't see them. It says that's the most important thing for them, is to access this hive for everything to work correctly with the bees, essentially. Alright, so that's cool enough. Sometimes bees that already know about a flower will choose not to use this information. So, if there's only one flower in the world, and let's say one bee likes the flower that's 100 blocks away, he's going to be like, I want to go to that flower, even though it's so far away from me. So, that's pretty interesting. Beehives are crafted by players using honeycomb and wood planks. So that's pretty interesting. And what's also interesting is I placed these down. It doesn't seem like they're using them. I'm not entirely sure how, like, if that matters or not. I mean, I know the existing one's there, but it's really, that's currently the confusing thing I'm not understanding is if you place a new hive down, why they don't seem to like it. It used Silk Touch to get the block with the bee stored inside of it. So I'm actually going to get a Silk Touch pick real quick and try this because this is really interesting to me. So, Anvil. Because that's another thing I was questioning. What happens if there's bees inside of it and you do that? Now, mind you, this is the snapshot, so there's a chance. Hey, can you go back inside? Okay, well, he left. I'm grabbing it. Alright, so I have it. Oh, wait, are you up? Oh, I stole his hive and he just stung me. Well, that's awkward because now you're going to die, my dude. Here, I'll put it back. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what happens. Well, we just lost a bee. There. I spawned in a new one. Alright, let's go back into creative because that happened. And I want more bees, so there. Okay, so what else about them? About these hives. Bee nests will be destroyed unless you use Silk Touch. Well, I did. Use shears when at full honey to get the honeycomb. I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it's not at full because it. Well, I did not mean to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Don't hate me. And here, I'll give you guys another hive if you want. What else? Use a bottle when at full honey to get a honey bottle, which is also a new item. Campfire smoke calms bees. Place one underneath the nest hive to keep them in a chill mood. So if the bees are angry at you for some reason and you don't want them to sting you, I mean, it's pretty hard to avoid them at that point. But if you can pull off a campfire, it calms them down. I don't know why fire calms any naturally spawn animal down, but it does apparently. It does say it's redstone friendly. That's all it says for that that bullet point is redstone friendly. I'm guessing you're able to do something with redstone. It again doesn't specify. Bees like bee nests and bee hives the same amount. They don't play favorites. So I don't know what it's saying with bee hives and nests because there's only the nest. There's not a hive. Never mind. There's a hive. You can actually get a bee. You know, I didn't see these whenever I was going over this last time. That's very interesting. All right, so I'm just gonna place these down so you can actually have these. That's interesting. And it says they added the honey bottle. So if I type in honey, there's what the honeycomb looks like, and then the honey bottle. We'll get that. And oh look, it's raining. Oh no, it's actually thunderstorming. Weather clear, please. Thank you. I don't want to disturb the bees. Some of them actually do have pollen on them, so it's pretty obvious when the bees do have pollen. And that's actually pretty much for the beehive. Moving on, and bee nest, I guess. So that's the hive, that's the nest, just not to get them confused. Alright, so honey bottles next. It says, organic, gluten-free, delicious, locally farmed honey. So this is under the food category. As you can see, this is actually the first time in a while we've gotten a new thing added to food. I know sweet berries were added in like 1.14, but that's besides the point. Honey is the newest food. Get with it. It says use empty glass bottle on a hive or a nest that is full of honey to get. I'm assuming you'll be able to tell when it gets to level 5 because it says it's very sticky, so I'm guessing you can very much observe that. It says you can drink it. It doesn't say what it does when you drink it. I just drank it and it didn't do anything. Actually, what's even more funny is the fact that it didn't refill my bottle. Great, now I need a new honey bottle. It did have a different noise, though, if you guys heard that. That was pretty cool. What else do we got here? It says profit, actually. It says drink it, question mark, profit. And then it says you can also craft it into sugar. So the honey bottle is just another way to obtain sugar now. If you can't find sugar cane, that's pretty cool because I know some people have trouble with that. Finding sugar cane. It says add a honeycomb. The next item. So honeycomb. Disclaimer, cannot be used to comb your hair. These puns! Calm down, Mojang, with your puns. Devs, what are you up to? Okay. Shear a full honey hive or nest to obtain the honeycomb. It said that, right? It says craft with wood planks to create a beehive. Oh, so that's how you... So you have to find a regular bee nest, and then you get the honeycomb, and then you craft that with wood planks to get your little... Did he come out of there? I really hope he did. To get your nice beehive. You got your beehive. I don't know. This looks like... These are like the man-made beehives. It's interesting that they don't call this a beehive. It's called a bee nest. So I guess that's real life too. Anyway... That's pretty much it for the bee stuff. On to the dispensers. Dispensers can now fill bottles with water and honey. I guess how that would work is you put the dispenser down. Here, let's try it. Because I'm not entirely sure what it means by that when it said that. So dispensers can now fill bottles. So if I put this bottle in here. I don't know how this works. How would you do this? Do you put like the hopper on top and then put water above that? Or do you put water inside? Like, it says... Like, I don't know how this functions. Like, do I do this and then put, like, this into it? I have no idea how that works. If somebody knows how the dispenser thing works, feel free to comment it so others can read as well. Because this is the one thing that it's not specifying. It just says it can do that. Yeah, it says dispenser can now fill bottles with water and honey. Dispensers can now shear honeycombs from bee nests and hives. Oh, that's why I said redstone. I get it. I know what it means. I know what it means. You put a redstone signal behind, so it's constantly using the dispenser, and you put shears in the dispenser, and then it actually like does the thing. I don't know. I've never really done that. I think you could use shears like that in the past with dispensers, because I think you can actually put a shear in here and it activates it if you use the redstone signal. I've never done that before, so I don't know too much, but that's also a thing now. Interesting. It says new loot table functions. I'm going to read this, but I'm not entirely sure what it means. It says copy state properties from dropped block to block state tag in dropped item. Now, if you're those that haven't played Minecraft in a while or are unaware of this, ever since like I think 1.12, they're doing a... Is that a fish? Okay, that's a fish. I thought that was a bee. They're doing a new loot table feature where essentially all the loot is not predetermined anymore in chests. You have to physically break it, open it, look at it, or whatever for you to actually, like for it to generate the loot. Because for those who don't know, of the luck potion, it amplifies the amount of loot you can get. So the loot table function has changed, and they've apparently updated it again in this. And it says parameters, block source of properties, block ID and properties, list the property names, all must be presented on block. I mean, sure. Whatever. Did that baby just get birthed, or is that the baby I spawned in? I have no idea. I really have no idea. I've just created a bee colony here, though, so that's pretty cool. And then fixed bugs. I'm going to quickly read through each one for anyone who was experiencing these bugs. I always like reading these bugs because most of them are things I've never had happen to me in Minecraft, but we'll read through them anyway. You're really going to make me do this. Anyway. So, chunk swapping. First bug, chunk swapping was fixed. A hitbox of slime and magma cube is offset for some seconds. That was fixed. Can't hear punching blocks with friendly creatures. Volume off. Cartographers generate maps from existing mansions and monuments rather than unexplored ones. Okay. I thought that was intentional. That was a bug. I didn't know that. Okay, that's really good to know. So... The cartographer, the villager in Minecraft, for those who don't know, if you trade with him, he would give you maps to the ocean, monument, mansion, etc. But in our, ironically, now the series is over, but our pillaging series that we had going, we were getting the same map, and I figured, oh, that makes sense that he just gives the same map. No, apparently he's not supposed to. Very good to know. Okay. What's next? The stone cutter does not allow custom recipe inputs to be shift-clicked in. Custom recipe. I'm guessing that's for, like, modded or whatever. I'm not sure. Obsidian towers in the end are not generated as intended. Okay, apparently that was a bug. Chunks sometimes are dislocated and copied to another location. That's interesting. All these chunk ones I've never seen happen. Can't rearrange servers with shortcut. Interesting. Blaze powder does not put in slot with shift. That's also interesting. Cartographer table plays the sound multiple times overlapping on shift click. Didn't know that. Loom plays sound multiple times. Yeah, same thing. Cannot shift click while riding a horse within inventory. Apparently that was a thing. Ghost blocks remain when insta-mining. Oh! Did that get fixed? For those who don't know, if you had like an efficiency 5 picks in vanilla Minecraft and you were mining really quickly, occasionally you'd mine so quickly that like for example, if I was mining like this, occasionally the block would like not break, but on your screen it would show it break, and then when you get stuck in it, you'd be like shaking and you wouldn't be able to get out of it, and then the block would still be there if you relocked. That apparently was fixed. Very interesting. That's actually a very old bug. I'm surprised that I bet you it isn't fixed, actually. It's such an old bug, I don't believe it's fixed. This one's interesting. Desert Small House 7, 1 door open, status is open. I'm guessing this is for a village. I don't know. Bows sometimes don't use the correct texture when being drawn in creative mode. I mean, it's probably, like they just said, it's fixed now, but... yeah, it looks good to me. Imagine I killed a bee doing that. Villager tree center has leaves that are persistent. Does that mean they just don't break? I guess. Villager restocking is not properly tracked. I guess that was a bug. Good thing that was fixed. Minecraft will remove up to several hundred chunks per region if region file isn't exact multiple of 4,000 bits. I don't know what that means either, but I'm guessing that was a thing. Bee going in the beehive? Are you guys going in the beehive? I can't tell if they want to or not. They're just hovering around it. I guess this is their beehive, though. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And that's all there is for the bugs. Again, like I said, this will be linked in the description if you guys want to check out the post for yourself. And that's all in all going to end it for today's, I guess, showcase of the new Snapshot. Again, this was 19W34A for anyone who's following along either in Minecraft or looking it up. And honestly, yeah, does that baby bee have pollen too? So actually I've noticed that's been happening a lot recently. The babies have almost the same or different properties as the parent mobs, or I guess the older versions of the mobs, or mature version, I guess would be the word. It's very cool, and it's weird. I was thinking about this to myself. You almost can think of this as a whole new generation of Minecraft, because think about it. So, the original creation of Minecraft up to 1. I would say 8 was one stage of Minecraft. You could almost say 1.7 was the final stage, and then 1.9 to 1.12 was a stage in Minecraft. Stage 2, as I'm calling it, and you're like, okay, they've added... I know there's probably other stages you could classify, but like to me personally, this is what it seems like in terms of drastic change. So 1.9 to 1.12 was like a stage. And now 1.13 to 1.15, this has been the most ever done to the game and added. I know you could argue, well, 1.7 added all the biomes, 1.8 added all these things. Yes, but if you think about collectively in terms of version updates and content, like, as you know, 1.10 to 1.12 do not add that much. But 1.13 to 1. Snapshot 15, like, this is insane. I know this is just the first snapshot that's majorly added stuff, which is bees, and I know this is supposed to be some sort of combat update, and there's no signs of that yet. Rest assured, I'm sure this is not the last 1.15 change we're going to see. For all we know, maybe it is. Maybe bees are the only thing at 1.15, but I highly doubt they would release a snapshot with the bees that seem to work perfectly already and just be like, all right, we're done. I don't think they would have. 1.15 would be out already if this was it. So, you guys leave your comments down below what you think is going to be added next in this version. I'm excited to see what it's going to be and hyped as well. But guys, that's where we're going to end this video off. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, remember to smash the like button, share your support, subscribe to this channel where we will cover all of the newest snapshots that add a decent amount of stuff. Don't expect to review every snapshot, but if it seems like it's added a good bit of stuff, I will definitely go over it. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.